Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am one of your hosts, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is your other host, Crystal Morency. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
Fuck off, Dino. I like being the co-host.
I don't know how to deal with the situation.
Good morning, Dino.
I don't know what to do.
I'm good.
Like,
how are you?
I'm smart when it comes to, like, stuff, not people. I'm great.
Are you good?
No, yeah,
I got a little mini drumstick.
I'm very jealous.
It's like a mini one. It's a mini one with peanuts, and I am really eating it at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's the best part of being an adult. No one's going to stop me from eating an entire cake for dinner, you know? And
somebody really should. Me,
well,
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely at risk of diabetes with all the sugar you eat. It's a lot of candy. Like, and I like candy, and she's like, tick, 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 tick. I don't know.
Let's stay strangers?
Yeah, let's stay strangers for today. I want to thank whoever the kind soul that subscribed for our 50th subscriber right before our 50th show premiered. Thank you. My brain was going to snap if we were on 49 and did the 50th episode. I was going to lose my mind. So thank you for that.
We got 2 in a day.
I know.
We got 2 in a day.
Hey, it happens once. We're very cool people, okay?
I know. And I posted with all my and I don't even have them all, but I have a lot of friends on my Facebook.
I know.
And a lot of them are fellas. Well, guess what, fellas?
You can see this face.
YouTube.
Every day. Every day. Sounds horrible.
No. I think if they want to be my friends on Facebook, they should be subscribing to our channel.
It's only that's the bare minimum. See, now this is something that I've always wondered about. Is like the idea of liking, sharing, and subscribing seems very important to the fundamentals of social media and things expanding. That being said,
it's a contract.
It's
like Dino puts it.
That's right.
With his Instagram girls.
If I'm here to see titty and you start talking politics, we have an issue. Okay? I'm not saying they can't talk politics. What I'm saying is that's not what you've roped me in for. So it's kind of like, you know, like.
Well, you think when you're fishing, you think the fish is like, ooh, worms. You think he's like, oh, did he sign that contract?
Listen,
that you get to eat him.
He
went for the worm.
He still got the worm. I'm saying his life for a worm.
You still got to see some titty.
Yeah, but not always. And that's the problem. Because then they're all like, these are my political opinions. Why are you looking at my titties? And you're like, I came here to look at titties. It's not my fault. I don't think it's very reasonable. In the same sense, okay,
well,
if you're going to watch.
The fish didn't ask to be eaten. He just wanted that worm.
Listen, from what I heard, every fish likes to be eaten. I'm just going to say that.
Not when you refer to it. First it needs to bath, then it maybe should douche, then it maybe should eat some pineapple and strawberries for a week. Drink lots of water.
You know what? Listen. I have no comment. I have no idea what to say. I got nothing. This morning, though, I dropped fire, and I'm so pissed that only Victoria got to hear it. We watch the news for breakfast usually, and while we're watching, it comes up that R. Kelly was assaulted in jail today. I guess yesterday or in the last few days.
I didn't know he was in jail.
He is in jail. So R. Kelly got assaulted, and Victoria's like, wow, finally somebody assaulted him. I'm like, what? He doesn't like getting peed on? And she didn't get it. She's like, yeah. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, that is fire. And now it's just gone.
But he does like getting peed on.
Well, that's the whole point, is why are they calling it an assault? And it's jail. Probably got peed on, right? Like, that's what makes it funny.
Oh, they peed him. I thought they, like, butt-fucked him.
No, I don't know. I wasn't there. I have an alibi. I was not there.
If he got peed on, then he probably like.
I don't think he likes getting peed on. I think he likes peeing on people.
Oh, well then he should get peed on.
Exactly. That's a fair. See, this is what I'm talking about. There has to be a fair crime. Like, realistically, R. Kelly peed on these girls. I haven't watched the thing because it just looks traumatic. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It's just too much, right? I think he should be forced to work in the sewer for like 8 years. So he's surrounded by piss and poo. Like, that's a fair punishment. He's like, yeah, you can't do any music anymore. You have to be a sewer worker for the next 6 to 10 years. And that's your punishment. You like pee? Yeah, now you're going to be covered in pee all the time. He's like, well, no, I like to pee on people.
Just go to a frat house, give out some business cards, say, call me in 10 years, and then he can make money off of doing it instead of doing it illegally.
You would think. I don't know. It's very peculiar, I tell you.
It is weird.
Yeah, well, you know what? Days are weird.
That was fire.
I'm losing my mind slowly. I feel that
Tell me about your problems.
I'm not built for today's society, right? This has been my problem for a very long time, is that I don't get how to deal with people, right? And it's just, I'm seeing more and more stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know.
I think you blend right in with today's society, from my point of view.
Well, what does that mean? What the hell?
I think you get people just fine, because you're a lot similar to a lot of people, so...
I don't like the way this is going. Keep talking, lady.
It's going good. Nothing. It's good. It's a good thing. You blend in well. Good for you.
I don't blend in anything. I'm the size of a house, okay? It's like Clifford the dog hiding behind a house. It's like me hiding behind a little tree. I'm like,
I love that book.
Everybody loves Clifford. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you keep... Once a dog gets bigger than a car, why would you keep it? It just is unreasonable.
He's awesome. Why would you get rid of him? Because he is bigger than a car. Jeez.
No, I'd take him on the road.
I would... Large descent. Why would you be getting rid of people because of their large? Or the dogs because of their large?
The larger you are, the better chance you are. The better chance you have at ending up in the circus and or as a live attraction all on your own. Just saying. Because Clifford, I would ride that shit across the continent. I'd be like, I'm going from Alaska. He's furry. You'd be warm. From Alaska, go right down to fucking the end of the world. That's what I'd do.
I'd hope he could fly a little bit. I guess, because...
Well, you know, we all hope...
Like, what's that?
We all hope to get...
Narnia? Or,
Narnia? Yeah?
Or, not Narnia. What's the one with the big flying, like on Harry Potter and stuff, where they have the big flying... People that are geeks like me know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about Falcor from the Neverending Story?
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's it.
I don't think it was it. And she's just like, I just want to stop talking about this. So yeah, that's it. Just move on. I don't know.
No, that's totally it. I have it mentally pictured in my head and my face. I don't know where I was going with it.
How are you today, Crystal? Good?
Yeah.
She's like... She's become Stevie Wonder. She's just waving her head around and just going, I'm great. I'm a fantastic person. Your hair looks very nice today. I honestly got dizzy doing that. I'm really out of shape. I gotta start doing some stuff.
Well, I'm here because I'm the pretty one. So I figured I should look pretty.
You are the pretty one. You know what? You know, I think you're very, very capable, right? Like, you're fantastically capable, and I love working with you. But
That's nice. Thanks, Dino.
It's
I
true.
like working with you, too.
It's true.
That's why I painted you and baked you pie and made you spit... But whatever.
Yeah.
Made a cool video. Made a cool poster.
I gotta...
Made 2 cool posters.
Yeah.
At that. Yep. Which Dino didn't mention, by the way, you guys. I mentioned first. Just saying. Dino didn't put it up.
Can you just smack me
Just
around a little
saying.
bit? Can you just smack me around a bit and just have it? I don't know how to deal with this
But
situation.
social distancing won't allow it.
I'll give you a bat.
'Cause
I'll give you a
trust
bat.
me.
That's an extra few feet. You can just hit me like that. I
Hockey
don't.
stick? Like a hockey stick, are you thinking of?
Shh. Yeah, because I know sports. I know the difference of all the sticks.
Canadian the shit out of you. Don't worry about that.
Canadian shit the shit.
No,
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
cool.
makes sense.
I'm cool. I'm good. I'm over it.
You're.
I just needed to express that because you always say everything on camera. So I figure I should tell them that maybe
Yes.
I'm disappointed on camera.
Oh, okay. See.
Because
Yeah, no, and I'm totally okay with that.
I hear every time we go out how mad you get and everything at me, like it's my fault, and you look in the camera if I say something that you don't agree with, like as if trying to get them to agree that I'm the devil, like, or that my opinion is totally off circuit. Like, so we're just gonna bring it up now so we get it out of the water. That I can see you, don't forget. I watch the videos too. And my opinion is just as respectful, as worthy as yours. So there.
We're
Maybe
actually.
people agree with me sometimes. Me.
Oh, you're right. No, I don't have a leg to stand on here. I'm just. What do you?
No,
I don't know.
I'm just, and that's
You're entitled
fine,
to say.
and that's cool, and that's good. And just don't say anything because you're gonna say something and you're gonna ruin it.
Probably.
I know it because you're gonna say something snobby. So I'm just gonna say
Probably.
it. It's out. It's done. Let's get over it. We're over it. And hi guys. So I've been watching. I have kind of. Do you watch that Andrew Schultz?
Yes.
I'm really over it. I just had to get it out so that way it was out and done.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
And I had to do it on air because you always do it to me on air.
I'm okay with
So you
that
better
too.
keep this recording. And today he totally clipped a part that had me saying something mean about the Crazy Jack people, and it wasn't even me. Like I didn't. And he clipped that part out, so now they're gonna watch that, and now I'm gonna get some hate mail from them. Because I was saying that they never put me up. And then they put, but I guess, you know what, people need to be called out on their shit every once in a while. So I guess I'm okay with it.
I'm hearing that you're over this, but it sounds like you want to rip into me, and I'm okay with that. You have every right to that. You have every right to rip into me.
Because I can't, because I'll be using other stuff. Because I'm very built up about other angers right now.
That's fine.
So I'm not going to.
So this is...
Because I even think that I probably took some of this too far. But
That's okay.
My problem is that I never let anybody know how I feel, and then I build it up, build it up, build it up.
Absolutely.
Until it gives them a reason to have the good hand, because they're like, well, Crystal got and went crazy. I don't know why.
Let me say this, okay? Crystal, you are not crazy. You are very much. I welcome you ripping into me by all means.
I'm not.
And no. I need it. I don't know. I'm saying I deserve it. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Is even when I look back and watch stuff and I'm like, fuck. Sometimes I'm a little mean. Okay. And while it's funny, I'm gonna say it's funny. It's still not nice.
Sometimes you're just douchey. Because you'll even look into the camera and you're all angry about like something technical that happened with Zoom. Meanwhile, everybody knows that with every single Zoom video, there's something fucked up that happens.
Yes.
And then you'll act like you're really angry about it. Or like you keep mentioning about, oh, if we're late or if we're this and how this. And it's like a retail worker that goes to work and they don't like going to work. And then they tell all the customers about it, how bad their company is. And then you're like, fuck.
Okay, that wasn't my okay. You know what? How about this? Okay, how about this? I'll give you a compliment. Give you a compliment, okay? In the form that I have rejigged some technical side of things and figured out that all the technical difficulties we've been having in the past has been driven by my own Wi-Fi.
You're such a bullshitter. He's just trying to come up with something.
It's true. Okay, the fact is that even when yours slows down,
almost every single episode, they get the hate look. They get the almost every single episode, they get a look inside the camera where you're like, is she fucking, like, like where you're mad at me, like seriously mad at me. And then how many times does he try to replace me, people? I'm so sorry that you
Not
guys
tried
are
to replace her
listening to
once. I have mentioned it
He mentioned
as
it.
a funny bit. I have
It was never
not.
funny though. It's never in a funny moment. It's always in a very serious moment.
I thought it was
And
funny.
it's like, okay, if it was in like a jokey moment, that would be funny, but it's never is. And okay, and I'm done with this now because I don't want to bore these people that love to listen to us because we have 50 subscribers. What's up, 50 subscribers? We
Which
love
is
you
pretty
all already.
fantastic. I'm very excited about that.
It's pretty
And-
fantastic.
And I couldn't have done it without you.
Damn right.
It's true. That's just a statement of fact. It's not a
Once-
compliment or anything. It's just true. We
This
both bring something
episode
different
is
to the table.
probably going to be like our 100th or something by the time it gets aired.
68, I think. 67th, 68th, somewhere around there.
67th, 8th episode for his apparently delinquent co-host that has still managed to keep it up to the 67th, 8th
know what?
episode
You know what?
with having very time-consuming personal matters.
True.
And working and doing everything else.
I like
saying.
how when we're done with something, we're gonna hit back on it every couple minutes. Okay?
Okay, we're done with it.
Fucking dickhole.
You do it every single episode.
Yes, I know I do it. That's why it's funny. And that's why I'm like,
No,
bring it
that's why you're
on.
being mad.
Fucking rip into me. I don't care. I think it'll be funny. There's nothing more funny than me being awkward, going, I don't have anything to say. I'm a piece of shit. It is pretty funny. Because when you get a leg up on me, which realistically, we had a chat yesterday, and the fact is that I don't do certain things, and then I do certain things. do. But the point is that I need to adjust myself, which is completely fair, and that's reasonable in any partnership. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. What I found the weirdest thing is that we've discussed this, how you'll write like a whole big thing, and I'm like, because I'm trying to figure out what it says. Now, the thing is, when I responded, I'm like, hey.
I've been keeping them pretty short.
Well, there was that one. Okay, I'll grant you that, because there was one that was like 7 pages long, and then the rest, like recently, they've only been like page and a half, 2 pages tops, right? So that's fine. But what makes it confusing for me is I'm like, you know what? That's reasonable the way you're feeling. I should do this and I should do this, and she's like, that was kind of shit, and I'm like, that was the best one of the right responses. But.
That was the best one because it was your version. It was the condescending apology where it's, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I should be more like just the, like, you know, oh yeah, just saying it just to shut you up, sorry.
I'm not texting you ever again. It was completely not condescending. It was totally heartfelt. And I'm not texting you anymore. That's it. We're gonna talk via Messenger. And that's it, because
my boobs look great in this shirt.
we talk about what's important, okay, guys? I'm
very proud. I just noticed. I was like, oh, hello. It's really, this bra looks great in this shirt, but whatever.
It is the trials and tribulations that Crystal is willing to suffer for this podcast are beyond reprehense, okay?
It's Grumpy Dino.
Beyond reproach. It's Grumpy Dino.
Society's
It's Grumpy Dino and Pretty
accepting
Crystal
Dino.
talk to people for an hour every day. That's what we do.
I don't know if we talk to people.
No, they're people and we talk to them. So that's fair. That's fair.
We do talk to people. Okay, so Dino,
Huh.
I am such a freaking... Okay, so apparently there are other female outdoorsy women, and I won't be the first and only one, but I will be one of the pretty ones.
That was mean. That was the other thing I was going to mention, was somebody
They're gonna be
in here,
mean to me because I'm not like that chick like that looks like she...
a lesbian.
You know, like... Yeah, so they're
Let's
gonna
call it like
pick
it is.
fun of me anyways. They're gonna be like, oh, look at that, like, Barbie girl going into the bush. So I'm gonna get them. You watch.
Just so you guys
like a
can...
competitive freak. I am like...
Yeah. This should be great. So somebody, this person up here, where we're looking, right here, decided to upload a 10-minute video of them in the bush to explain what their plans are.
Watch that? I didn't share that on Facebook because I didn't like it as really my intro video. So I was saving
it was on YouTube, and I'm subscribed to your channel because that's what real friends do. See, that's one of those times where I'm like, because I'm a fantastic person.
I'm subscribed to yours.
Of course you are. That's what friends do.
Yeah. And I think he just subscribed to me because I've had 24 like up until like a week ago.
No, that was something else. I've been subscribed.
I don't have many subscribers because I don't like blast myself at all. Like really, like I'm
like some people.
No, I do our stuff, but my channel is like, I wasn't really like doing anything with it. I was just kind of putting out content just so that way it would keep some people.
Crystal, you might not know this, but when a man and woman are friends, and one friend chooses not to talk to you for a few days, you're like, I just miss seeing their face. So what I would do is I'll just go to their YouTube channel and watch one of their newest videos. Because then I'll be like, hey, this is current and maybe I can see how they're doing. Right? That's called trying to be a friend. So...
Yeah, I was in the bush. I made a 10-minute video.
I thought it was great. No, it's an introduction. So Crystal is exploring some options in regards to going onto Crown Land and kind of displaying a little bit of... expertise when it comes to living out in the bush.
I decided though, I don't really want it to be about that.
Well, what do you want it to be about?
Because I just want to go on an adventure and be it about that. I want it to be about like, yeah, I'll show the stuff about setting up and all that, like all the camping necessities, what you need to bring, blah, blah, blah. But I want it to be more about just going out and just stopping everything and doing it because you need to. Like, I'm gonna write out there. I want to do this podcast. I just want to do everything. Like, I just want it to be kind of like a, hey, come on this journey with me, and who knows where it's gonna go.
That works too. I think you do. Like, honestly, I think you have a great opportunity to do a bunch of stuff out there, right? And realistically, it's
a lot. Like, you can cook out there, you can show cooking out there, cook all the kind of different things, how to catch your own game, how to do all that. Because I know how to do all that.
Like, let's put it this way: as long as I could get there during the day and go home at night, I'm good. I have a great time, right? But
my first place is only 17 minutes away from my house.
Yeah. So the real question is, are there any hills? Because I don't do good with hills. I'm very fat. It's not a good idea.
I can build you a path.
You can build me a... There's nothing more condescending than a woman saying, don't worry, I'll break you through a path there, fatty.
No, I'm just good at that, making things convenient. Because when you have to carry up bags and stuff like that, you don't want to, like... Depends what you're hiking out, right?
Yeah.
So, because if I'm going to be there for a while, I have to hike out some crap.
Yeah.
Not a lot, because I want to try to keep it as basic as possible. Because I want to try to go as far in as possible, so...
Yeah. Well, I think it's very cool to do that kind of stuff, and I think, like you were saying, we said it on previous episodes, was the idea that there are a lot of couples that do it, a lot of men that do it, but there's a very limited...
a few single women.
Well, and you know what? And in all honesty, kudos to them for doing that, but at the same time is that everyone's different, so there are a massive...
They're more like backpackers.
Yeah.
So they're not going... They meet up with other backpackers along these trails, and that's what a lot of them are. Like, so they go backpacking solo, but they're meeting up with other backpackers. Like, they go on these designated trails.
Yeah.
And they just meet up with other people.
Yeah.
I'm more like just camping alone in the bush for one place for one solid amount of time. Like, I'm not picking up one night, moving to another spot next night.
See, and well, my thoughts around that are, I would be the same way. Where it's like, I'd rather find somewhere to camp out for a week or two. And just kind of get the lay of the land and
stuff while I'm there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I
don't want to keep.
It's the idea of the experience of traveling every day versus camping. in the bush,
Yeah.
right? Like there's two different
Yeah.
things, and that's I get that totally, and I would be the same way. Where it's like I'd rather get the lay of the land, kind of figure out how things work, experiment with different things, try different videos. There's tons of stuff you could do, right? Whereas
And they're still spending like $1,000 a month or something like that out there, and I'm like, holy
what?
cow!
They don't like
they're
Chef
backpacking.
Boyardee? Fuck that shit.
Well, they're backpacking and then they stop at all these different places, and like, so it's like you guys aren't really like living off the nothing. Like they camp outside of once in a while, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. It's honestly, it's one of those things where, like, outdoor expeditions and stuff. Like, I enjoy the outdoors, but I really enjoy being at home and in the air conditioning. So it's like early spring where it's still cool, or late fall. I'm down. I'm like, I have no problem camping, because that's my problem is regulating my body temperature. I'm like, because I will just start, like, if I start getting too hot, I can't think. Like, I'm just like, you know? That's why, like, I think about it, I'm like, if I was to be tortured and someone's just turned up the heat, they're getting nothing out of me, because I'm just going to sit there and shut down. Like, my brain's just going to go, ugh. I just turn into a caveman, right? Cold, I have no problem with, because I have extra layers all over me.
Oh, speaking of cold and torture and stuff like that, have you been watching political stuff?
Oh, I you know
I
what?
think Justin Trudeau is going to get voted back in. You want to know why? So,
He's
but
gorgeous.
This is weird, people.
I'd vote
Please
for
pay attention.
He's beautiful.
So apparently he brought in a whole bunch of more money. Okay? We got more money. Fucking China right now is lending everybody a whole bunch of money, which is quite a fucked up thing if everybody stops and pays attention to the fact that...
Well, think about it this way too. Like, just to really cinch this in, is that where has there been news in the last week or so? There hasn't been much China negative news. Yet suddenly China is now lending all this money to countries all over the world, and
all over the world.
And it's like, so when everyone was like, hey, maybe China should be held responsible for this, now China's like, hey, did you guys need some money? And everyone goes, oh, you know what? They're probably not responsible. Yeah, you guys come over with the truck of money, and we'll, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. And that's, you know what? Yeah. The best part about this is that's
and
politics.
Trudeau looks good because he's bringing in the money.
Totally.
Into the country, and during a time that we all need that money, blah, blah, blah. And then he also, like, there's just so much going on right now. And then the We Care, his thing is the We, what was his?
It was We Charity.
We Charity. Yeah. But there's this another one, We Care, that I was researching, which is, everybody is so like this. Everybody's doing it.
Look.
All these, like, political people are sucking each other's balls.
Oh, they go right for the asshole. Just like they get right in there.
In there.
It's
in there.
Well, this is some of the stuff like as I said before, and we've discussed it too. Is we try not to get political, but we want to expose these facts. Like this is information, not
facts.
Yeah, it's not information biased to any side or anything. It's more so that we just want to make sure these things are brought to people's attention. And the fact that China is now throwing money at everyone is just going to show you how corrupt this entire system is, because it's we're seeing it over and over again where politicians will direct our attention or misdirect our attention on purpose, and then it's just long enough for them to find something else and go, oh, well, that's bad. We got to worry about the American border. That's the real risk. They're letting people over, guys. This is the bullshit that we're living. Is they're saying, oh, well, we're going to close the border. Okay, but people in Quebec, there are certain areas where the border is literally a line between houses. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's in the middle of the street, and they're like, well, you got to report in to the local authorities that you came here, and you're like, you know, they're criminals, right? Like, they don't, they're people who don't care, and they're like, well, we're going to make guns illegal. Yeah, they're criminals. They don't give a shit about what the new law is. This is not the concern, right? And it goes to show you this kind of stuff that's happening. Like, now, what's the new guy for the Conservative Party that's been...
Ooh, the handsome one?
No. Wait, she thought, no.
The Canadian.
Was he handsome? I don't think he's handsome.
No, you might not be. I don't know.
I don't think so. You've been in a very vulnerable state the last few days. There's been a lot happening, so you're just like, he's smiling. That guy's good looking. Whatever. I can see that. Yeah.
I'm still talking to that ex. I really gotta stop.
Come on, you're worth bet. Okay, you know what? That's fine.
It's the one that I peed the bed with. Puked on his penis.
Wait, does he believe that it was him that peed the bed, though?
No. He knows it was me. I'm honest. I'm cool. I'm cool like that.
Listen. Being the one honest woman about this kind of shit isn't a win. Let's see, you get screwed and other people don't. That's fun.
Okay, I got a win to add to it. I make a good enough sandwich
That's
to
fair.
get away with it.
That's fair.
To be honest.
That's pretty reasonable. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I've made sandwiches for Victoria, and she's been like, that's a good sandwich. I'm like, I'm a good sandwich maker. And you know what? Yeah. You get away with shit by being a good sandwich maker. And I only do it like once every 3 years. So it's like a high price commodity. So I remember one of the first times Victoria was running late. I was home early because my shift was from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And Victoria was coming home, so I'm like, well, you know what? I'll make us some dinner. And both of her parents were in the kitchen while I was making sandwiches for us. Because I made sandwiches and then I like buttered the outside and toasted it in the toaster oven. So it was like a beautiful sandwich, okay? And I look at them, I'm like, hey, are you guys seeing this stuff? They're like, what? I'm like, you guys watching this, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, so you guys are witnesses that I cooked dinner one time, right? And both of them start to laugh so hard. They're like, yeah, we witnessed it. We saw it. I'm like, I'm just saying, this shit happened. You were witness to it. You can never say, well, he never cooks. No. There was that time where you admitted I was there and I cooked. And it was perfect. But, you know, it only happens like once every, like it's a millennial thing. I already did it for this 100 years. Maybe the next 100 years, I'll try. Can you imagine what kind of a shit show my life would be if I was 100 years old? I would look like death.
You would look like a wizard.
I would look like a wizard, let's be honest. I look like a hobo wizard right now. Like, that's, right, like, if I was...
Well, not a hobo, because you eat, so it doesn't look like...
Okay, I'm the one fat hobo, okay? Why do you have to bring that up, Crystal? It's not... I am very fat.
If you go to YouTube, Dino, the Genetic Marvel, or Facebook, or Instagram, or Twitter, but he's not very often on Twitter... But if you go to any of those or Morning Motivational Rant on a daily basis at 10 a.m., available on Anchor, Breaker, a whole bunch of other places that Dino knows. And
look at you!
You'll know that Dino makes it very clear that he is a bigger fella.
That is true. I am a big fella. I might be a variation of a barnyard animal, possibly a zoo animal. I embrace it.
If you've watched Madagascar, you know that hippo that gets.
That's a lady, okay? That is a lady. I do not walk out to a boom, ba, ba, boom. That's not gonna happen.
Is she the lady that does it? I thought he does it.
Do not.
You know I'm sexy. Do 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 do.
Boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba. No.
I thought he walked out of the water.
I know, it's the hippopotamus with the starfish as a bra.
Oh.
Remember? Yeah. So, that's, thanks for that though, Crystal. It makes me feel, I'm just saying, like, it's nice first thing in the morning to be like, hey, yo, loser. It's like, hey, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. I'm fat. That's kind of... It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Calm down. It's a joke.
I know.
And you know what? You're right. I do look at the camera and go like, burr, burr, like I'm in a sitcom. I think it's funny. I didn't mean it for
no,
being mean.
No, you don't. You don't do it in the funny way. You do it when you're all pissed off. And we all know it because we all see it because he's like, look. And he's like, yeah, here this bitch goes again.
No, that's not true. Okay, you know what?
Or the technology screwed up. Oh, this day's gonna be fuck, guys. Did you watch our 50th episode? Because that was Captain Negative at its best. That was like, I watched that after I got mad at you, and I was like, mother trucker.
That was probably a great idea. That was a good idea. I'm mad at you. I'm going to watch more of you ripping into me. That was probably a bad move. I'm just going to say, that did not add to your healthy mindset.
No, it didn't, because I was like, wow, he's a douche to me. Like, because he was looking in the camera, because it went wrong, something went wrong with the video, and he's like, yeah. This is just fucking awesome. This is how this fucking day is gonna go. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa. Dude.
I'll be honest with you guys.
And you could see me keep trying to bring it back to happiness. And I'm like,
she tried.
Holy hell.
It was a valiant effort. It was a valiant effort. I'll give you that. Listen, and I cut the clips for it. And I'll tell you, I had a hard time cutting those clips. I was like, this is kind of good enough. I'm like, this is not very positive, but what are you gonna do?
He should have picked another one. He should have just voted. We're honest, so people. That's like my video. I want to make a new one of my opening because I'm totally like, I had just finished crying. I was totally upset. I was bummed out. Like shit just wasn't going cool, and I did my video. I'm like, this should be fun. I'm gonna set up my hammock, put myself in a good mood. And then I was just like, hi guys, so I'm going to be starting a new podcast. He's gonna be
what she's saying is, she's like, I'm ditching the fat guy, so if you just want to see pretty, come see me.
No,
that's what it was.
No.
That's what I heard.
The second video, because my second video, which clearly Dino didn't watch, he only watched what he wanted to watch because the first one cut out. But the second video, I said I'll be recording my other show, Morning Motivational Rant, with Dino the Genetic Marvel, and I said his whole name every day. So there.
You're awesome, okay?
Yes,
thanks a lot.
I'm a good friend. I'm trying to be a good friend, role model, so pay attention.
Well, okay, I was actually thinking about this yesterday, and you know what? Maybe this. So remember how we said that I'm going to say something douchey and ruin it? This might be it. So, now I know which smile that is, where you're like, and I'm like, oh, it's almost like, hey, did I eat a lemon? No, it's just a sour orange. That's the face. Like, it's almost a smile, but it's like yeah, bite. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I've had something sour, but I'm supposed to enjoy it. Exactly. So what I was thinking was, so we had worked together a few times. We had chatted together a few times before lockdown and everything, right? And now we've talked so much on video, which is more business than, right, because we're trying to entertain people and stuff like that. But then it's like, but at the same time, so we've gotten significantly closer, but we don't have that contact of, hey, let's go out for a drink, hey, let's go out for dinner and talking. So it's kind of a one-sided business relationship where it's like, yeah, we're friends, but we haven't had the friendly experiences that people normally have to get to this point. So it kind of just, stop making your weird smile, okay? Just make your nice smile. Why don't you just look at the camera and be like,
Stop being a douche.
I'm not being a douche. This makes sense. It does.
No, because you're putting all the boundaries, like, oh, you need this much contact in order to be a friend. I think that we've talked.
I think you do.
I listen to you for an hour a day about your shit. I think that classifies me the right to get upset about certain
Absolutely.
shit.
But we don't know how to deal with each other's upsetness, was what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay?
I stay quiet and nice, and Dino airs it on YouTube.
Correct.
So now,
absolutely,
he's just airing it on YouTube.
That's right. I don't want you to hold back, lady. No, I don't. It's not healthy.
Hold back because I don't like people. Because then you ruin it by saying something condescending, and it makes me even more mad. So I'm like, I might as well just keep it to myself.
That's what I do. It's how That's how I roll. Sideways, not front to back.
And plus, sometimes I know that I could be mad inappropriately, so I like to take some time to think about it.
No!
And make sure that my anger is justified.
A woman's anger is always justified.
No, it's not. We're so crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I've been married twice. The women are crazy. But that doesn't make them bad. It just means you got to take a little extra time. And sometimes after 50 episodes on a podcast, you have to let them have one to vent their
It's like 67.
She can't count. It
By
doesn't
time
matter.
this gets out.
No, but listen, the point is this, is I don't want you to have, okay, it's the same idea that I have with Victoria, is like, I should never walk up to the front door of this house and be cautious about entering. This is my home. This should be my sanctuary, right? Even if Victoria and I are arguing about something, or something's happening and one of us is angry, that doesn't make this not my home. And that's why the same idea of, well, you know, why don't you go sleep somewhere else? No, this is our bed. This is where we sleep, right? And the same sense is, I never want, like, if I say something, there's been times where we were at each other's throat, and at the end, you were like, was that okay? I'm like, I think that was fucking fantastic, because you attacked me back, right? So I have no problem. I applaud the reasoning behind maybe not being so aggressive in the beginning, because then some people, not me, because I'm fantastic, but some people might be like, wow, that bitch is crazy, I'm going to find a new one. I wouldn't do that because I'm great. But in general, right, I can advise that caution. That makes sense. But I don't want you to think that you can't talk with me about things. And you know what? We don't have to do it on air. We can just talk because we're friends, right? That's the whole thing. Because it's not nice. Because you should be able, and look, even if I've done something shitty, yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm obscenely good looking. I'm, you know, a sexual icon to millions.
Super wonderful.
Of course, I'm a lord. I've been graced with holiness from on high, which makes me fantastic. But that doesn't mean I'm perfect, right? That'd be ridiculous to give all these gifts to one person and then make me perfect. Come on, that's unreasonable.
Well, he did make you 4'3" and 190 pounds. So, fuck you there.
You know what the best part is? Those measurements, you're like, yeah, so just double that. That's kind of in and around to where I'm actually at. You're like, yeah, I'm about, you know, I'm like 6'2" and about, so yeah, just be like, I'm 3'1" and 190 pounds. That's legit. That is definitely, that makes sense. Yeah. Just say that. That was good. Well done. I applaud you. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
It was very funny. See, being mean can be fun.
It was funny. So for myself, and I'm talking to my man friend, so I wanted to record our thing and be like, I got to my apology kind of from Dino that I wanted, so I won't be so cranky.
That's her exclusive video for you special guys out there.
But I think it would be fun.
No, by all means. Listen, I never want you to feel that way.
They gotta know our stuff.
Yeah. No, well, that's the whole idea, right? And that's why it's like, at first.
No, really, I just thought that I looked really pretty, so I wanted to record that. So that way you can let somebody know what they're missing.
Also legitimate. That's also totally fair.
Yeah.
No, and
I was like,
no, this is the best part.
I'm sorry,
Dino. No, don't make. What are you talking about? Kidding me?
That was a douche moment. I was just like, I really wanted to see that look pretty.
I think it was great. Let's see. This is why it's like it's so difficult. Like when you're talking between, even like when it's the same sex that you're trying. So I want to meet a new guy and we start chatting and stuff. Yeah, it still gets awkward and weird, right? But it's like, that's why it's so much harder when it's a man and a woman, and it's like, I'm married, you're on the prowl for your forever penis. And it's a different situation that we're in. But it doesn't mean we can't make this work, right? It doesn't mean that it can't be funny.
I'm not on the prowl for my forever penis anymore. I'm going into the bush. So I'm taking some time for my forever
She's going to get married to Bigfoot. That's what's going to happen. She's going to marry Bigfoot. And then Bigfoot's going to be all up in my business, being like, you know, I don't think it's fair. You don't give her that. You know? Because Bigfoot, I'm pretty sure, is a dick. I'm pretty sure Bigfoot, he's probably like hung like, oh, he's got like a massive cock, but at the same time, he seems like an asshole.
Apparently, rumor has it that Shaquille O'Neal has a tiny penis, and he's a big fella.
I'll be honest with you, have you seen the girlfriend that he has? Like, she is like 4 foot nothing. And I'm like, honestly, if he was hung the same way he was tall, like, she would just get ripped in half. Like, she just explode, right? Yeah. It's not, trust me. I don't know what you're whispering.
Poor fella.
Listen, that's it's just how it is, right? You can't have
maybe
everything.
He knows how to eat the cupcake very well. Maybe he eats a good cupcake.
There's nothing wrong with that. Hey. See, when I eat a cupcake, I get like icing. It's like all, like I get in my eyes, and it's horrible.
My eyes. Ooh, do you want to do tarot cards?
No. Definitely not. Listen. I don't play with no magic, okay? It's just how it's gonna be.
You have referred to me as a witchiness before, so I'm learning how to do some magic.
Please don't. Just stop. You've transitioned. Listen, we started this, and you're like, I'm tired of just random dudes. I'm like, I want to find a partner and everything. It was like, great. And now she's like, I'm going to learn magic. Stop what you're doing. That's a full reversed move, okay? Just back it out. Okay? Next you're going to be like, you know what? You look like a Leo. That's why you acting that way. I'm like, listen.
Ew,
that is not how that works. Okay?
Oh, no, I'm not one of those people.
And you're not going to be. Not on my watch, okay?
I got these tarot cards given to me, actually, by a fella. But a much younger
Listen, you don't need those kind of people in your life, okay?
I know, I don't.
Ew. You don't need those kind of men. They are perverts. Well, maybe you need a pervert, but not that kind of guy.
Really? But like a love pervert, like a forever pervert. Where he's forever gonna try to molest.
Like you need exclusive rights to a pervert. I think is fair. It has to be a one-person contract pervert, not like a blanket pervert. You don't want him to be perverted all the time. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want him to be walk up behind me and maybe grope me inappropriately a lot. Like, maybe ask me to come into his van every once in a while. We can role play.
Oh, none of those options are healthy. I'll be honest with you, they're not good. I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it, but it's just it's definitely not healthy. It's definitely not healthy.
I'm making jokes. I know this. So I say.
See, this is the problem because she's like, I would never do that. I would do that. She's never just like,
no, I said that
definitely.
I know this. I know it's unhealthy. I like to make people uncomfortable.
Because I've been the model of comfort this whole time. I turned on the camera and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get like fire or if there's just gonna be an explosion. Or if I don't know, she sneaked into my house in the middle of the night, took my phone, attached a bomb, so as soon as I open Zoom and it clicks in, that it would burst into my face. I have no idea. I had no idea what I'm getting into today. I'm just happy that there's been no murder. There's been no accusations of inappropriate conduct. We're all just on words. Words were not nice, and we're going to try and make better words.
I'm not an accuser. I'm a getter-evener.
Listen.
If you touch me inappropriately, you're gonna get hurt, not go in jail.
Okay, so you not being a accuser doesn't make me not an abuser. So let's be very clear I've never abused Crystal. A little mentally, maybe. But not significantly, not enough to send her off. I've just kept her off balance long enough for her to say, "Hey, I want to be friends with that fat guy."
It was good.
That's how this worked.
You know what, Dino? Can I give you a compliment? Okay.
All right. If I wasn't awkward enough, let's make it more.
No, I'm gonna give you a big compliment. Okay.
Oh shit! That makes it much worse. Okay. No, not at all.
Yesterday, I was so angry with you that it took my sadness about what's happening with my grandfather. It made it like a little bit easier. Because I was so angry with you that I wasn't so sad for a minute. And then some other stuff made it more sad. So, but then, but I was so angry with you that it took away my sadness. Isn't that nice? So you took away my sadness. I'd much rather be angry than sad.
You're welcome.
Here we go. Thank you. I'm grateful for it.
I feel like that was like a secret code to somebody else to shoot me in the back of the head or something. I don't know.
No.
Just a little bit. It's like, I'm going to give you a big compliment. Wink. And watch this, guys, on camera. Pow! Like JFK style, full ball, you know?
Oh, no. Because I got a little bit sad about it, too, after. So, after I was angry, I got sad about it. And then I became happy about it because I'm a well-nourished woman who can handle life. So she knows that people are just people, and we all come in all weird ways, and we all say some shit that we take differently, so you can't take everything to heart. You can't get sad about everything, and you gotta kind of look at just the way things are, and the way people act, and just go. And it's not personal, it just happens, and people don't think of you, that's all. Like, it's not like they intend to do these things, they just don't think of how you would perceive it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And you can't really get upset over their actions just because you took them offensively. So yeah. So I'm not upset over your actions just because I took it personal. It was my problem, not yours.
Okay. So we're at 51 minutes right now. And
I think though that justified and that made things happy, right? Because it's true.
So
it's my problem, not yours. So it's happy again. That's why we're recording today.
And I'm very happy that we're recording. I'm ecstatic. I am over the moon that we're recording. Okay, hands down.
So am I. I love our show.
I do. I think it's fantastic.
It's
I think so. And people are really enjoying themselves. And this is what I'm having. By the way, that title, Crazy Jacks, I'm coming for you. I was saying, Crazy Jacks, I'm coming back soon. That wasn't intended to. I tried to do another clip, but it ended up they had a fart in there for me, and I'm like, that's probably not appropriate. You don't want to have that.
You don't dwell on this stuff. See, you're dwelling on something that I'm over.
Are you kidding me?
I just watched that clip 10 seconds before I watched it as I was waiting for your Zoom.
I am not going to stop thinking about this for the next 24 hours, okay?
I know.
I am going to be going over all of it.
This is how we get over stuff, Dino. Jesus, you're such
Listen, you may not have noticed, but I'm still traumatized by being fat as a kid that I'm fat as an adult. I have a problem with getting over things. Okay?
I know, we know. We care about the stuff
the best thing to do was to bring it up on camera. The best idea was to bring up Dino's emotions on camera.
Dino does. I had to give him a taste because the reason why I got so upset was all the stuff that he does on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I don't have anything to defend myself with. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty shitty. Sorry about that. I'll try and be less shitty in the future.
Okay, I'm gonna up it up though, okay? I'm gonna up it up. You guys wanna know something? Dino's an awesome guy.
Oh god.
And that's what makes me comfortable with being able to say this stuff. Because I know he's going to dwell on it, and I know he's going to feel guilty for it, and then he'll change it. It's just like me. I do it too. I'm going to dwell on it, I'm going to feel guilty for it, and then I'll end up begging him something. Because I totally humiliated him. Not humiliated him, but I made him own up his shit. So that's humiliating to somebody. Nobody likes to own up their own
Listen, I'll take off my shirt right now and show everyone my nipples. I can go take this real far. Anyways, we are out of time. And I don't think I can handle more compliments right now. I'm gonna kill myself. That's what's gonna happen at this point. So guys,
he's very handsome.
Anyways, morning motivation for today. I'll be honest. The world is crumbling around us, and I don't think it's right. That's my opinion. I think it's wrong. I think everything that's happening right now is we're seeing the true power of manipulation come in its full force, and I think that we have a light at the end of the tunnel. I really do. The reason I say that is because I think more and more people are learning to evaluate information that we receive. Now that they're seeing this blatant these stances that people are having, that it's like, oh, this is all just it's just virtue signaling right across the board. I think people are we need to regain our confidence in our own principles, and I feel like I'm on a broken record a little bit when I do these kind of things, just because I think I find these specific examples that are important and that are beneficial to us. So when I see things like news reports going back and forth on the same exact subject, or just literally just filled with propaganda, it's annoying. I encourage people that find news that works for you, that you believe, you trust, and makes sense, and they've proven that they're trustworthy as well, and listen to that, and then turn the rest of it off, right? Like I said, we try and cheer people up. Not today, but in general, we try and cheer people up.
No, we do cheer people up.
We did for like 67 episodes. But this is the point. Is like we try and cheer people up. I try and motivate people to change the way they think. At the same time, we try and encourage you to keep fighting on. I think those are beneficial skills to have as a person, and definitely beneficial goals to have in life. So I'm encouraging people to, be open to new experiences, be open to new information, but limit where you're getting, like, validate that it's trustworthy and it has your best interests in mind. Like, I'll tell you right now, I want Crystal and I to be famous and make lots of money. Hands down. We are doing this to get our popularity out there because we think that we have something to offer people. Okay? That's the God's honest truth. And I hope this becomes profitable. I do. But my intent with that is my way of doing that. What?
Nothing, go. I said so we can build big tree forts.
Also true. I'm down with that, but mine will have a laundry machine and she's going to dress in like leaves. It'll be funny. It's like, you want to be a nature person? But that's the point, is that, you know what? Figure out what information you feel that is trustworthy and adhere to that. Don't go into something and say, listen, these people are just fear-mongering. That's not news. That's literally, you're watching a game show of how weird can we make this sound? And that's ridiculous. Take the time, investigate, watch us, like, share, and subscribe, because we're fantastic, but we're, as shitty people as we might be, me specifically, she's fantastic. I'm a horrible human being. But the point being is that at least we're honest about it. It's that, that's the one thing that we have going for, is like, I don't want to lie. I don't want to not tell the truth. I do my best not to speak to Crystal in manager speak because I know she knows that it's deceitful. Right? Because she's a smarty pants and she likes to play on, oh, I don't know anything, but I'll tell you what quadratic function is, motherfucker. That's what she does. So, but that's I think what I wanted to say today was, listen, find out what is trustworthy, and work with that. Stop just being this open net and getting whatever you can. Is focus. Think about it. I think that's all I got to say. Crystal, where can everyone find you?
Everybody can find me on Simply Me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Crystal Morency. And Dino,
Dino the Genetic Marvel, guys. Dino the Genetic Marvel, guys. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm on the Twitter. I don't often tweet, as Crystal has covered already. And Morning Motivational Rant, we have the YouTube channel. We release things every day at around 10 o'clock. We have a Facebook page, and we also have Instagram, and we're releasing clips as well, so by all means. And the audio versions are on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify, and I believe Apple as well, which is pretty fucking cool. But I don't really know why it doesn't show up or whatever. But Apple is responsible for about 23% of our listeners, so people are listening. Yes, we actually have quite a few listeners online. We have like 3 to 5 a day that listen to our stuff every day. So It's pretty awesome. Anyways, guys, listen.
Thanks, guys. Holy crap.
Yeah.
You guys really must like us.
Have a great day, guys. Stay motivated, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.